Hey boss, it's me.
Gale? I thought you left for the holidays.
I can't stop thinking about it, boss. The letter? I can't get it out of my head. Something about this one just feels different.
Different? What are you talking about? Is this about the hotel story again?
I just keep thinking this is worth checking out, is all. Didn't I tell you not to waste your time with this? These people are lonely and have nothing better to do. They just want some form of recognition. Even this Ben guy.
Sis. Believe me, this is all hogwash. I've seen it before.
I'm just saying, this one feels different. It just doesn't make sense. Lying about something like this, and the letter itself, something about it really stuck with me.
What are you really asking me here?
I think I'm asking you to trust me. Listen, I'll even bring my own camera.
Do you have a title?
I'll figure it out.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Onlooker.
Benjamin's Sin. The Inquirer's Journal, dated January 9th, 1979, by Gail Smith.
Which
My
is
arrival seems to be expected. A single room key with a note attached. Someone here has been waiting for me.
yes, indeed. So, whoa, slow down, my friend. What's? Oh, it's a skiing holiday. Sorry, from the color scheme, I thought it was a slasher movie. And again, I thought that was a person with a big skull, but no, in fact, it is just a person holding a fish. I didn't miss-see that one though. That one's just a nice picture of a forest. So anyway, ignoring the fact that I'm blind as a badger, this game is about a person that goes to investigate a place called Hotel Victoria, and nice doggy and nice music. It's probably going to get us horribly copyright struck in the face. Yes, and apparently it has something to do with peeping through peepholes, which sounded sort of bizarre. But look, I have a camera. Yes, I do. A camera from the 1700s, not from 1979. But never mind. That's beside the point. Let's go and find my room. Hello, person with your hat on. Some very posh-looking people and some very posh-looking chairs. Some cigar boxes. Some other stuff you could probably smoke. Many pictures of this missing dog. I hope this dog is alright, for this dog is adorable. Again, a nice hat. It's not really very 1979, though. Hello. Who are you, Plato and Socrates? I haven't got a clue. Okay. So yes, it just caught my attention because it seemed a little... Okay, we've got the sort of the head bob peak round corners thing.
The hotel's glory days might be long past, but the walls are strangely comforting.
Really? You look at this pattern and you think this is strangely comforting? Because I think it's a little bit sickening. But, hey, what are these? Do not disturb signs. Yes, indeed. So what was my room? 203? I should probably go there first, before anything else. Need to rest and relax a little bit. Here we are. I think this is my room. Hello? Why haven't they hung the paintings? What's this man pointing to? What's in here?
I might have hoped Benjamin would meet me here, but no such luck.
Katie, everyone looks very miserable, doesn't it? Why can't we have some paintings of some happy people? Well, that's the epitome of miserable. Right, anyway, moving on from Kitty on these dead people and these sad people and these people with very thin legs. Clearly don't need much leg room. Oh, is this where the peephole mechanic comes into it all? Wait, Kitty, I was looking through there. No, I thought I could hear footsteps, but looking at the audio levels, I don't think there are any. A note? Gail Smith, I know I said I would meet you here, and I will, but I need you to see something first. It's only a matter of time before you realise. It will all become clear to you then. Enjoy your stay, and take your time, and look around. I see. So, Mr. Benjamin is just being a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, I'm not complaining about the lack of paintings in here, because we have too many paintings in here, and they're all too weird. So I'm not complaining about that. But it does seem a little barren. It is a nice bed. Slightly more figurable pattern. Emphasis on the word slightly. Anyway, can we go in here? Bathroom, perhaps? Any dead bodies? No, but there is a post-it note. Of the vent. Okay, I'm going to need to Batman my way out of here, it would seem. Very well. Let's see what we can get in here. Open this. Come on. Oh, there we are.
Turns out the door to the mystery was right here with me all along. Benjamin wanted me to see something.
Hear something? What's this say? Disgusting. What's all this about? Isaac Stevens. Mr. Stevens is back again, like an old friend. Doesn't your wife worry, Isaac? Does she know where you are? He still spends all his time eating and wandering around his room, and nothing ever changes. In some ways, it's comforting to watch him. The TV just turns up too loud for him to hear me knocking on the wall.
This guy
Is that what I can hear?
Job, had a normal life. And when that life grew grey and boring, this is where he would come. To be completely alone. Turns out he wasn't.
I'm not really sure what my opinion of reporters is, because there's an awful lot of grey area there. But I'm not convinced that hiding in secret passageways and peering at people is a good idea. Something going on in there. Sounds like, well, it's probably just the TV again, isn't it? But I'm going to find a key. What, to that door, you mean? Very well, then. What does this say? Norma and Toad. Dirty, lazy workers. Norma never does anything but complains. Toad is stupid. I watched them drop some meat on the floor and still serve it. Pretty sure they serve bites of people's food to the dog as well. He keeps barking at the ceiling. He knows I'm up here. I must do something about him. Is that why all those missing dog pictures were there? Is that what we've got here?
The kitchen staff going about their day, fulfilling their mundane tasks. Little did they know that someone was keeping an eye on them, waiting for a misstep.
I don't call serving food you dropped on the floor a misstep. They call it a serious violation of health and safety. But anyway, looks like we got another one here. This time we have Mary and Michael, the lovebirds. Oh gosh, I can imagine what you've been looking at, mate, and I dread to think what I'm going to see. If the screen suddenly goes black in a moment, you know what went wrong. They've been here for 4 weeks, don't have anywhere to be. I've never seen them far apart, skin always touching in some way. It's enough to make a man jealous. Except Mary is just crying, and Michael is the one with the black eye this time. Giddy on. That's one heck of an affair.
I remember hearing breathing, she said, but I wasn't in a state of mind to think anything of it. And she thought her husband was the only one who knew of her violent outbursts.
I think I can see a foot. Just at the edge of the bath, you can see like a couple of toes between the shower curtains. But hey ho. I mean, a candlelit bath with a bottle of wine, there are worse ways to spend an evening. Okay. Someone's been nabbing the toilet paper. Very naughty of them. Nabbing toilet paper and then watching people's horror. So I can press C to help me see in dark areas a little bit. Okay, apart from the fact that all cameras, even modern cameras, see light worse than the human eye does. But never mind, can I eat the cake? No, I can't. Oh well, I found Cinderella's magic slipper, if nothing else. Oh well. Let's head down here. To crawl through what I presume is an air ventilation shaft. Do you mind? Why not cutting my bum off as I waltz through your home and invade your privacy and presumably steal a lot of your things? Rightio. Okay, what's that? Okay, that's a pipe. Good. I thought it was someone's arm.
Strange place to make a lair, dusty and cramped. I wonder if he watched me from his bed when I arrived.
Is this my room then? No, this is the entryway. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's the missing dog picture again. Interesting. What do you mean? The person is making holes in walls and then staring at people invading their privacy and then stealing their shoes. You expected him to live in a normal place? have a severe problem, mate. You need to understand that crazy people do crazy things. If they've done one crazy thing, they're probably going to do a second crazy thing. Okay, what's that? A green tie? Something green there.
He hid in the shadows of his room to drink and sleep his days away. The stench of liquor carries through the vent and becomes an opening for the world to know his terrible secret.
Your journalistic flair of writing here we are. Beam? Bottle collection is impressive at this point, growing more and more every day. All he does is watch pornography. I'm sure he can still... I'm surprised he can still get it up with all the alcohol in his blood. The other day I heard him talking to somebody on the phone. It sounded relatively one-sided. I wonder if the girls in reception are ignoring him on purpose. They have good reason to. Oh dear. Poor chap. Oh no, it was a green dress. Oh, alright then. Seems I have come from Narnia on an ambassadorial mission to inform you that you really need to tidy up your bedrooms. Because, seriously, this place is a mess. Okay, I found the keys now. Take the key, and I will show you something. There's another missing dog poster, and a lot of... Oh no, sorry, that's not blood, it's just a really, really badly printed carpet. Of course it is. Okay, so where are we now? Which room were we in? Oh, okay, this was the one just across the hallway. Okay then, so... Oh no, it wasn't just across the hallway. What am I babbling on about? Let me go back... Yeah, let me go back into my room and try go back through here. See if I can access that doorway
Like putting on a mask, Benjamin slipped into the very walls of the hotel. It's like no one ever saw him again, but he was always there.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, so we've gotten around the back of the room where we saw the man watching the television. I'm not convinced I understand what this achieves, however. Oh, there's another little vent here. What am I looking at? I have no idea. Also, this doesn't really help. This doesn't really make anything any more visible. Okay, what do we get here? Why did you have to peep? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? I'm the only one who sees us for what we are, and I see my part in it. I'm writing for you, Gale. There is nothing left for me. He ordered grapes, wine, and cheese. What is he, a Roman emperor? He sat on his couch watching his favourite show. What a life. The grapes went straight down his throat, and he choked. 3 minutes. He struggled for about 3 minutes. Eventually his face turned blue, and his arms dropped dead. Isaac Stevens died by suffocating on a grape. And I just stood there, watching. And somehow that is not one of the more deplorable things you've done. Oh, and he was dead that entire time. That would explain why he's watching such a boring television program. Okay then, what do we got here? Do you see now? I let him die! And is that supposed to be some sort of revelation that you're a crazy person? Because there was already plenty of evidence for that hypothesis made. But okay, we've reached another floor.
Benjamin made a whole world inside these walls, and he made sure nobody knew, even though they were all part of it. They had no idea the purpose he found in lying in wait, looking in on all their sad little lives. And what did I feel? I saw the openings, and gladly I looked.
What do you mean he found purpose? Like saying a serial killer found purpose by slitting the throats of little children. That's not called finding purpose, it's just called being really, really antisocial. This is the end of our story. Make it a good one. Well, come on then, get it over with. You're gonna murder me. This might as well happen now. Did I miss anything? No, it seems like everything's much the same. Oh, there's another one. Is this a bullet hole? I'm about to get shot in the face, aren't I? Ah. I see. He shot himself.
This is a story about remorse. This is a story about obsession. Benjamin couldn't live with the weight of his sin. He had seen too much and had nobody to tell it to. I saw what he saw, and it still wasn't enough to shift the blame. But the worst part of it all, I think I understand.
Do you? Love it if you explain it to me, because I still don't understand why he did this, other than having nothing else to do with this Saturday afternoons. But leaving the questionable understandings of this weirdo getting off and looking into people's private lives, possibly literally most of the time. Anyway, yes, this was actually quite impressive. It was nice to have a sort of a narrative thing. Because sort of walking simulators and narrative games have to have a relatively constricted path, and this actually found a very clever way of constricting the path without making it seem like it was constricted, and leading things along in a very sort of natural way. So it was a very effective little way of doing it. And the story it built up was quite nice. I'm not really sure the purpose of the camera, because, I mean, I used the camera sometimes, but it didn't actually really seem to help, nor did there really seem to be anywhere dark enough to really merit the use of the camera. It didn't really seem sort of necessary. So I feel as if you could have gotten through the whole game without any
Hey, boss.
any use of the camera.
I have the title.
Ah, and that's the end of that, right. Oh well, we don't need no stinking menu screens. Menu screens are for rank amateurs and we're professionals. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What is it about indie games at the minute? It's just like menu screens aren't a thing anymore. It's like the game will start the moment you start the program, and the game will, when the game stops, will shut down the program. It's a little bizarre, but never mind. So yeah, this was quite promising. I'd like to see more of it. I'm not sure how much more you could do with this story. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't really know how you could have integrated any more gameplay into that and make it anything more than a walking simulator, but it does show a lot of promise, and it's the first time that I've really seen anybody sort of use this kind of method before. Also reminds me a bit of a horror movie I watched a few months ago. I think it was called The Boy. Or was it called The Doll? I honestly can't. I think it was called The Boy, which is very similar. It's also a very good horror movie if you were looking for one. Anyway, I am babbling on about rubbish that nobody cares about.
Maybe this time.
Maybe, yeah. But maybe what? Maybe Brenda won't have graduated from buying freaky wallpaper to buying freaky clocks? Okay, right. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something which I think is called Reminiscence. Hello, little people. You seem quite happy about
I've
something.
got to find them. I haven't much time.
Alright. You could explain what under the sun we're doing. That would be a good beginning. Okay. Oh, hello. Hi. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you whilst you were in the shower. My apologies.
Mankind's greatest discovery, mankind's greatest farce. A Sacramento man claims to have discovered the secret of time travel, but the scientific community is baffled.
I don't know what all that was about, but I love that. I love that accent. That is a wonderful, wonderful accent.
So long.
Seems like it, yeah. We seem to have lots of pictures from like the 1940s or there's a bounce. Presumably in America, judging by the flag and some of the architecture. I'm sorry, what? Interact, roll back. What are you talking about? This? Oh. Okay, this is the bit where I'd splice in that share song if I could afford the copyright. Which, surprise, surprise, I can't. So it seems to have like a time travel mechanic going on here. Let me turn around so it's a bit easier to read. Controversy surrounding the Shasta Dam. Dam workers claim unpaid for hours. Crime rate spiraling down. Interesting. So yeah, it seems like we have some form of time travel mechanic. So somebody had pulled this to the side in front of this door and some books had fallen over. I turned back time to move it back. Well, yes, you could invent a magical watch unless you turn back time, or you could sort of just, budge it out of the way. But, whatever floats your narrative boat. So, let's go back to the beginning of the song, I suppose. Listen to it from the start. What's this, a big clock? Yes. Okay, now taking a load of psychedelics.
Not here? Maybe I should try the clock in the lobby again.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Child, we've gone missing this week in the surroundings of Sacramento, Wigan.
Right, okay, fascinating. Very sorry to hear about that.
It was all my fault.
Yes, I'm sure it is. You know what's my fault? That I download like a dozen games at a time, and I skim read the itch.io page, and then I completely forget everything that's on the itch.io page, which means I have no understanding of any of the preface that was supposed to make sense of all this.
American physicists, new invention put the world by storm today. Experts say the world shall never be the same.
But it was never the same after 1956. Well, that is true, but that's not the point.
Don't carry the lobby key around anymore. She did.
Okay, so we're looking for a lobby key? Okay, that's just back in there, and that's back into the corridor, isn't it? Yeah, that takes me downstairs. Hello. Hear the pitter-patter of little feet. Ah, here we are. Here's the key.
You have to go back to that lobby. Find that old clock.
You forgot the key to the lobby again. Yes, I'd worked that much out already. What does this say? Dr. Somebody, as per our last 3 letters, we are sorry to inform you that we do not have an Alan Moran working here, nor have we ever had such a person employed. We would kindly ask you to stop attempting to contact us on the subject. Furthermore, we are at the Research and Development Department, have no knowledge of any of the relatives participating in the experiments, nor are we aware of any physical harm coming to the staff and or test subjects. Again, we request that you stop contacting us, as you are clearly very mistaken about something. Okay, somebody was very emphatically sure there was something a bit mysterious going on. I wish they'd explain it all to me. That's a nice touch. Gidget! Kindly don't do that, mate. Do not present your crotch to my face. Buy me dinner first. Oh, shush. Gidget, that face combined with that sound, it just tells a very long story. Okay, right, let's get to the lobby, whatever that is. Can I access the lobby? No. Oh no, this is the room I've started in. Is this the lobby then?
It's frozen solid? There's gotta be a way to get that out.
I thought that was a fat man from Fallout at first. What do we have here? I'm writing in the hope this will reach your eyes only. We need not discuss the side effects of this technology. The rest of the research team is beyond apathetic to studying the subject further. There is a direct communication between the storms, a direct connection even, in Southeast Asia and our experiments. Of that I am certain. The storm's growth coincides with our use of the technology. More importantly, I am aware of what happened during the experiment, of what lied in between. We really must discuss our experiments, then to gauge your sanity and your commitment to this project. Because, to be completely honest, you have been acting very strangely since the encounter. What do you mean it promised you something? So yes, there's some sort of very bizarre, mysterious experiment going on with some new technology that was being developed in the past. Possibly I'm going to use my special watch in order to turn back time again and sort of undo all of this so that history proceeds sort of correctly, as it were. So how am I going to melt that ice? I presumably am not going to do it with a cigarette butt, because that would take literally all night. But maybe I can find some other item that I could use in order to warm up the water a bit and make it melt. Let me have a look around, see if I can find anything.
This won't work without a pendulum. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
Okay, a bit bizarre, but whatever. Okay, so I'm also looking for a pendulum. I found this new door, which seems to lead to some form of a kitchen. And a big screwdriver or a big knife, one or the other. But it's been thoroughly imploding into the wall. I don't think what this wall did to upset whoever it was that lived here. They're looking at the wallpaper. I can probably guess. Someone looking out for a pendulum and some sort of, I don't know, a flamethrower or something. But maybe that's what is in the bath? Could that be what it is? Could that be a pendulum? I don't know. What if there's like, can I get some hot water out or something like that? Melt it? No? Okay. So I clicked on the clock in this room. I completely forgotten this was the horror again. I was too busy trying to solve the puzzle. So I clicked on the clock in the room again, and we went back to a sort of a cleaner, tidier version of the world, which presumably is earlier in time. And then I took the plug out of the bath for some bizarre reason. So if I travel forward in time again to when everything's a bit screwed up, and realise that this is different to how it used to be. There used to be access to the bathroom there, but that seems to have gone now.
Oh, is that you?
Who? What's with the impossible geometry? I've got some papers here, but I can't read any of them. It's blocking something. Now there's a chair stuck to the ceiling. I see you've been up to some DIY. Why? Alright, kids, alright, I know I'm not nice to touch, but seriously, I'm not that awful. You needn't be so dramatic either. Can you just get me in the bathroom? Right, okay, so somehow taking the plug out drained all the frozen water, and indeed this is some sort of massive pendulum.
Are any of my clocks missing pieces?
Yes, the one we saw previously. Alright, calm down, I'm doing my best. I know I'm an idiot, but come on. Have pity. Okay, right. Is that going to get this working now? What the heck? What under the sun is that?
Is that a tape in that cuckoo's mouth?
Give it here. Okay, now I've got it. Okay, so I've got a tape of some form. So now I need like a cassette player or something. Okay. This is still locked. So the tape player must be in here then. Must be on one of these. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of my face. No surprises there.
Are you happy, honey?
On the one blessed internet,
The new TV Daddy Brothers.
lost not in this council will be wicked, nor
Now we can watch TV together in Daddy's and Mommy's room.
stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers.
That's a very bizarre voice for what I presume is a child. It's only some sort of distorted political broadcast. Alright, fine, I won't go in there. Giddy aunt. Most people use a lock rather than hiring a demon. A door-shutting demon. But hey-ho, whatever floats your demonic boat, I suppose. Giddy aunt. Or floats your demonic chair, I suppose, as well. You know, depending on how you look at these things.
Don't remember the code. Maybe she said it to something she saw on TV.
That's bizarrely specific.
How can you describe your journey back through time?
Well, the details are blurry, but it's a jump. It sounds like it most recall.
The jump.
Yes, jump through space between time. A sort of violet blue space dotted with bright white motes. And we weren't alone.
Okay, well that didn't give me a
How can you
code.
describe your journey back through time?
That didn't give me a code, so
It sounds like it most recall.
The jump.
Yes, jump.
maybe there's another television somewhere. Did mention something about a television in the parents' room? Ah, maybe it's here.
Damn it, I don't have time for this. I've got to go back.
What, back in time again? Hang on a minute. Mate, seriously, stop it with the groping and leave me in peace for 5 minutes. I've got business to do. Okay, so you want me to go back in time again? Okay, I seem to be able to do that with this clock or with the other clock. Round the other, back where I started the game. Okay, so maybe now I can get a better look at something on the television. Clearer look. Something Just stop it for 5 minutes. Okay, so there's something to do with a 2. So it's 378421. Am I expected to write that down? I'm going to assume so. So it's 378421. Okay, so I've got the code that I think I need. So if I could just be left alone by Mr. Demon Paws for 5 seconds.
As police expecting to be responsible. The same man who, a few weeks ago, unveiled what he claims to be time-traveling technology to the world.
So is that me? Because it seems like a family has... Oh my goodness.
Authorities are organizing a moot to decide if an evacuation shall be ordered. Stand by for official instructions.
Oh, a moot. I misheard that as a moat at first. I don't think a moat is going to help you defeat a storm.
Beware, my brothers and sisters, for the devil walks among us this hour, and he bears a medallion made of the brass of Gomorrah and the land of Sodom.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Good for him. Shut up. Stop it!
These accusations are clearly a communist plot against the good progress being made here in America.
Oh good, always bringing it back to capitalism? Capitalism versus communism. Get to yards.
As police are suspecting you to be responsible. A man who scorched his wife and child alive, supposedly in the name of progress, only for the world to hold you in ridicule.
Yes, I'm beginning to understand the name of... Is it too late for me to get a single sentence out of my face? Yeah, so I'm guessing I'm the time traveler because I seem to have lost my family. And the television is implying that that's all my fault. Okay, so are we in the... Yeah, we are in like the nice snazzy rooms, not the old smashed up rooms. So I need to get into this cupboard. So once again, rather than just opening the cupboard door, I'm going to use this time traveling ability of mine to travel into the future where everything's all smashed up and conveniently the doors are open.
378421. That's the code to the safe.
So much we need to write it down. Come on then, let's put it in. Come on. I haven't all night. Come on. Oh, it was... Really? You don't open a safe using the combination dial that's on the safe. You use this, which is attached to the door hand. Okay. Right, not that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, gosh. There we are. And a record. Okay, I'll put this on the record player. And again, we've travelled through time again. Okay, I thought it was just timepieces that let me travel through time, like the stopwatch and the grandfather clock and the wall clock. But that doesn't seem to be a trend. What do we have here? So there's a paint. So I think it was talking about a woman in her 30s and a little boy, a 4-year-old boy. So I'm guessing that's the small figure and the larger figure. And then that's me on the right. I see I didn't take the disappearances very well. Okay, let's brace for a jump scare because there's clearly another one coming in a moment. Oh goody, choice. No or yes. I'm gonna go for the mystery door. Hi. Oh, hello, little person. You really need to stop running into walls, mate. That's not going to do you any good. That won't make you be a football star. Or whatever it is that Americans want their children to grow up to be. Giddy on, I'm in high demand today, aren't I? Hello. Can I help you? No?
Yes, and I suspect that sort of thing. The product of they're not hallucinations. They're real. And whatever contacted us in that space was very real.
Okay, so it seems like the man's slightly going off the deep end, and there's an infinite number of doors here. Giddy on, it's like turning the pages in a book. No, don't start closing them. Okay, we seem to have run out of doors that we can open. Now we can only shut a few. Okay, a bit bizarre. They clearly weren't expecting people to open that many of them.
I didn't realize. It's toying.
And it's doing a pretty good job, isn't it?
still have time.
Of course you do, mate. You can literally reverse time. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Like the newspaper written by the annoying elderly granny downstairs.
Well, he certainly isn't wrong there, is he?
No, no. We could tell it was evil. It knew very personal things about us, things we would never tell anyone. And he was offering us a solution.
Seems like they encountered some sort of a demon or something. Is that the demon that's chasing me?
Yes, it was less like he was offering and more like he changed things for us. Fellow crewmates forgot past trauma, got over phobias they had, and...
But wouldn't that be a good thing?
No, there's no way. I can't help but think it's trying to make us forget about something else entirely.
Like what?
I don't know. But the rest of the research team seems much too preoccupied with what he's shown us to bother looking into it.
Yeah, sounds a bit too much like a deal with the devil. Nice touch. Most people can't pull that kind of thing off, but you just about managed it. Yeah, all sounds a little bit too good to be true, doesn't it? Oh goody, back down to the basement again. Stick my head in another clock. Oh. This looks more like a CIA interrogation room. Okay, let's turn back time again.
That's the song.
Can't sound familiar with that one.
What happened? I was supposed to remember. It was supposed to be over.
Now, have you restarted the game, or is this just verging on the ending? This door is locked, and... oh, this one isn't. Oh, okay, good, it hasn't restarted the game. I thought I'd made a horrible mistake then.
No, it couldn't be.
Oh, typewriter. Excellent, I can get my thoughts out. Just relax a little bit. Oh no, there's no paper. Darn shame. Why? You killed us, you left us.
It is too late. You have fulfilled your purpose admirably. Drunk on your own denial, tearing the way onto your world open with every step. You could have stopped it, you know. But now, you are too late.
So you keep telling me.
Hope I have given you. Return and delay the inevitable. If that is not, soon enough, there will remain none but me.
Oh, hi, friend. Glad you wore a cloth. A loincloth. That certainly, certainly makes us a little bit more family friendly. And I don't know about you, but time traveling, space between time, inhabiting, yes, I definitely understand the physics of this, inhabiting demons. It's always good of them to be very, very family friendly. So that showed a lot of potential. I tell you, the thing that actually impressed me more than anything else was that they managed to make the TV and radio broadcasts actually seem sort of believably from the past. The voice acting in them managed to get the sort of the accents and the inclinations and the mannerisms, managed to get them pretty accurate, which is a lot better than most people managed to do. Most people just try to, you know, put on a vague received pronunciation and put a black and white filter on it and think that's enough. But yeah, they showed real potential. I don't know, I think maybe this is a really bizarre point, but I feel like if the demon had been slightly smaller in the beginning, like when his hand was coming around the corner and things, I feel like if he'd been slightly smaller, that would have made him seem a little bit more sort of subtle, and as if he was more sort of, you know, a bit more creepy rather than being a bit sort of massive and sort of Hulk-sized. I don't know why I bring that up, but for some reason my brain says that would have improved the experience a little bit. It built up its story relatively well. It sort of explained its story, but not sort of laying out too obviously and not too quickly. As much as I don't quite understand the whole sort of gameplay mechanic, as it were, of the time traveling, it did seem to, you know, work relatively effectively. So I wouldn't mind seeing this expanded upon with a slightly sort of a wider story, or going into a bit more detail about this man's sort of experiences, you know, maybe before the things went wrong, and then into this bit where he then has to start remembering some of his trauma. So maybe it was the demon made him forget about losing his family. or the horror of encountering the demon made it murder his family? I don't know. I wouldn't mind answers to these sorts of questions. But anyway, that was Reminiscence. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.